Cool. So, like I said, we're going to talk today about some social targeting stuff for our intermediate training. Appreciate for the reminder, Wayne. So, like I was saying, social targeting is really important in terms of getting the necessary content in front of the necessary audience, and then through extension, that engagement pretty much leads to an audience who's captive, and then through that captivity, they click on your links, hopefully. So, you don't want to be showing UFC videos to pregnant mothers. You don't want to be showing pregnant mother videos to American football players, so it's all about finding that niche and then marketing to that niche with content that's engaging to them. And so like Ross said, we're in Las Vegas, it's heating up for summer. And so, in response to that heat, today we're going to use a poker campaign. And as you can see here, it's all poker-based content. It's all, Vegas-y themed. Even the stage advertisements that I've made here have got a hint of gambling about them. But, the most important thing is that this campaign gets in front of the correct audience. And so in order to do that, we're going to head up to social targeting. And what you'll see here, which I know like most of you will be well aware of, is the video content targeting. So you can obviously target by category, which is a little bit more broad. It's a bit more general in terms of the spectrum, and you can literally just pull from any one of these YouTube categories, and that's going to blast out content that's varied in its content. So what we recommend is that you go a little bit more forensic with it and you target by channel. So what you can do with targeting by channel is effectively create your own television station and send out the content that you would want. And so obviously, like I said, this is a poker campaign. With that being said, we want to make sure that we're showing poker enthusiasts and the people whom I'm building this niche for, we want to make sure we're showing them content that they're actually going to enjoy. And additive to that, we want to make sure that we have enough content for them to enjoy. So this is a really good example because, poker is such a niche topic. You can't search for many other things on YouTube besides poker and find, that you get results that poker people are going to enjoy. So you can see most of my my channels here are all sort of like, poker stars, poker. Oh, someone's phone's ringing. Hey, why don't I quickly just, I'll mute you guys. Cool, so now you guys are muted. Person whose phone was ringing, make sure you get that. It could be an important call. But here you see, we've got, poker as a user, we've got Poker Stars. Poker Stars as a channel has got 5,000 views. And so it's really important to make sure that you have targeted content, but also enough content to keep your stages running so you don't have to manage it going forward. And the way that we find those channels is we head on up here to YouTube, and there's a couple of ways that we do it. I tend to do it directly through YouTube, but you can also do it through Google. But for now, I'll show you the YouTube format. So if my niche is poker, I'm just going to type in poker here. Cool, and what this does is it brings up just a whole range of videos. Some of them, these are relevant as of 2 days ago. There's ones down here that have got 700,000 views, but they're from a year ago. But individual videos isn't important to me unless I want to do a manual stage, which I don't. I'm trying to set this up for the long haul. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into filters. Then I'm going to select channel. And then I'm pretty much faced with a page full of poker related channels. So you can see, Tom PokerTube has 58 videos. Joe Ingram, I believe he's a poker player, has 197 videos. So these are all nice little niche topics, niche content that I can put forward to my audiences. Another way that you can sort of intensify that search is if you want, you can apply another filter. So if I want someone who's really active and posting, I can do the upload date. And this guy here has only got one video, but he was active 49 minutes ago. So you can make it as forensic as you want. You can also search by the view count. So this is just going to give you the most popular videos. And again, this one's really good because it was active 1 day ago. Grips, it's got 499 videos. So there's a lot of content there for my campaign to draw from. And with that, again, you can really search anything and do that same sort of filter application to get some really nice channels, some really nice content. And what I tend to do, not so much with poker, like I said, because it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit more of a niche. But for something like fitness, I won't just put in purely fitness channels. I'll put in things that other fitness people might be related in. So maybe like I'll put in, if it's a men's fitness channel, I'll also chuck in maybe like GQ as a channel. And because GQ obviously is sort of like men's style, men's lifestyle. And I know that through extension of, you know, the following that I'm building, if they're interested in fitness, they're interested in sort of health, they could very well be interested in things that GQ creates videos on, and then obviously that's just making my environment more engaging for them. And again, all you need to do to get that channel on there is you would click on the actual channel itself. I will stop this video before it plays. And all you do is copy the link up here. And so that's copy. I'll just add that new channel, and I'll just click that, yeah. Perfect. And so now you can see that my poker people are going to get a whole lot of GQ videos coming through. So hopefully they've got a vested interest in whatever GQ creates videos about. I think this video here had 2 Chainz and Nick Young, the basketball player from the Lakers, shopping for expensive Jordan. So maybe it's not the right content, so I can remove that later, but you sort of get the idea. Another way that you can find channels and you can find content is to actually do it through Google. And Google's a little bit more interesting purely because Google works off traffic. So if I search on YouTube, you know, you saw that if I did the most relevant, it pulled up someone who was active 49 minutes ago, but they only had 1 view, or 1 video rather. If you do it through Google, it presents you results based on traffic. So all of these results here are going to be based off the most popular poker YouTube channels, which is always exciting because it means that you can literally just come down this list. You know, you can click on it and there's your link. And you know that, oh, I mean, this doesn't even look like poker. This looks, oh, I suppose it is actually. There's some poker terminology there. So, I mean, you can directly pull from Google, and in that way, you know that you're sort of just being presented with the top results in terms of traffic. And that's really good, obviously, because if someone is on your poker YouTube, on your poker Twitter account, or following your poker Twitter account, or following your men's fitness account, following your goals Twitter account, Wayne, you know that they're probably already viewing content like that, and you're just presenting them with more engaging content. And that pretty much wraps it up. Like I said, when I do a campaign, when I put a campaign together, I like to vary the content as much as possible, just to provide a little bit more engagement for the people who are viewing the campaigns, give them a reason to click on it, so you're not just constantly shoving poker content down their throat. Like maybe they do want to see 2 Chainz buying Jordans, I don't know. And that's sort of the lay of the land today. We will do a Q&A as per usual. I have muted your microphones as a result of that man getting a phone call earlier. So yeah, like if you guys have any questions about it, it doesn't necessarily have to be about this session today, but feel free to shout them out in the text box. Like I said, we've got, or like Ross introduced earlier, we have Ross, myself, and Matt here today. I think Hayden might be getting on as well. Hayden might be getting on. Potentially, yeah. So we're going to have, like, said, all the big boys. Oh, here he is. So Bryn, unbelievable job. You always cover, you know, everything just the right amount. You know, you're not scarce and you're not boring. I don't overseason. No. Not guilty of it. No. So
how do they type in questions? Up there in this little chat window?
The chat box, yep. Yeah. So I'll actually.
So if anyone has any questions, type away.
It's great to see Brian on the call, and obviously Wayne is like the most loyal stager in the world. I just love building this community of people that are really into staged.
Wayne, every single training I do reminds me to record. Every training I forget.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's something else that I wanted to say is we're in the process of building a YouTube channel. There's some funny, I don't know, restrictions on actually getting like a custom URL with YouTube, but we're working on that. In the meantime, if you look for the channel Staged Training, in fact, maybe if I can actually show you while we're here, you know, our goal is to basically have a catalog of content for you to plug your new people into and stuff like that. So if you can find it, so here it is, it's the little Twitter guy, Staged Training. Feel free to subscribe to us. We did our first video on, I think we called it how to use the My Other Videos. Which sometimes people refer to as related videos incorrectly. I think that's just because YouTube puts related videos to the side. But yeah, so mine and Bryn's goal is to basically do at least a couple of videos a week, and just basically any of your questions when you're building your stage business, we want you to be able to just plug them into this channel and they get everything that they need, which I think is pretty important that we provide that. So
do you see this question?
Yeah, there's a couple of questions there. We'll start with viewer 6.
Viewer 6.
Has the Twitter builder been resetting correctly? I followed 100 this morning on one of my accounts and it shows 0 followed in the last 24 hours.
That doesn't sound correct.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like, I mean, if
it was working fine for me this morning, I can say that.
Yeah, I did mine at about 2 a.m. this morning. It was working fine also. So like what Hayden said, if an issue like that occurs and it's a technical issue, submit a ticket through help. I'll show you where that is now.
Yeah, mine definitely worked this morning with no issues.
So all you need to do, viewer 6, to submit that ticket, and then they can look directly at your own specific case, is just go to tickets, and then obviously you can create a new ticket through here and you're good to go. So I hope that answers the question. Like I said, this is sort of more a place for, you know, training and sharing ideas and growing in terms of knowledge. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, and so if you have a technical question, guys, please submit tickets, because I suppose our programming team just loves it.
Yeah.
Can't get enough.
Or if it's not like a technical thing, you just want to ask a question, feel free to send me or Bryn a private message on Facebook. I'm on Facebook all the time, so a private message is the way to go. Don't put it in the group, because you know the last thing we want is confusion or weirdness in there. But always send us a message. We'll get back to you.
Sure, definitely. And so there was another question just underneath it, if I can just scroll up. There we go. I have Stager on my taskbar on my Mac, but can't figure out how to get it on my Windows computer. So viewer 2.
Let me ask you a question in response to that. Is
why on earth would you have a computer that's not a Mac?
No, this is a Windows. I love Windows. I was brought up on Windows and Nintendo. That's just the way I am. So my question is, which internet browser are you using?
Did you do a video for each browser?
I did, yeah.
And where's that at?
It's at Stage Training. So like we knew that this was going to come up. Again, it's one of those things that we've sort of preempted. So Safari bookmark, Mozilla, Internet Explorer, and Google Chrome are the 4 videos that we've put together. And every process is slightly different. So we just want to have all the content available. So let me see. What did you
using Chrome?
Using Chrome, there you go.
You
so
just drag it on?
Yeah, you drag it on. You got to, what I suspect is that you're not actually showing your bookmarks bar right now. If you click on this little 3 lines in the top right-hand corner, click there, you'll see bookmarks, and you'll want to show or hide your bookmark bar. So bear with me 1 second. Bookmarks. So show, and there you'll see they're hidden. And you do it again. So this video will basically sort you out for that. It's only a minute long.
This is Matt. If I can just say something on this, on everything, it's just so cool that you guys are going to making things happen. And I find with any kind of software thing, occasionally there are bugs, and I don't, a lot of times it's user error. I know whenever I have a problem, it's user error. But this is the kind of stuff that whenever you bring it to our attention, we go out of our way to try to make it simpler. Right now we have a very high-level user group, and it's awesome. I mean, we got Wes with over 100,000 followers. I mean, you guys realize 1,000 people, which we're growing, many people every day joining us. Get 1,000 people with 100,000 users, 100 million users, 100 million followers. I mean, the traffic that we're going to be generating is just mind-blowing. I just can't stop thinking about it. And then as far as the platform goes, it's getting better and better and better and better all the time with your help. So appreciate all these questions. And I just can't sleep at night because it's so freaking exciting. All right, what do you got here?
So, by the way, Hayden made a great point, by the way, about that. It's like, even the biggest companies in the world, you think about somebody like Apple, they roll out iOS software knowing that there may be bugs in it, but they just want to get it out there. And then what comes over time is updates and patches and stuff like that. So that, Hayden always talks about Kaizen. We're always looking to refine and improve the product.
Were there any other questions?
There's one at the top here from Wayne, I think. Do you like to mix it up by putting music comedy music hacks etc on the handmade stages. So do you mean manual stages, Wayne, or do you mean when you're creating a campaign, do you vary the content that you preload onto it? Manual. Okay. For me personally, I do. I tend to mix it up a little bit more with the manual stages, especially if there's something topical going on.
Madonna falling off the stage.
Yeah, Madonna falling off the stage was incredible to watch. So I like, you know, when I manually stage things that are topical, I tend to put it out to more campaigns than what I would otherwise publish that content to. So, for example, when the Super Bowl was on, you know, I posted ESPN coverage of the Super Bowl to more accounts than just my American sports account. Yeah, exactly. Commercials, things like that. Like, I know that Ross had a lot of success posting a commercial, and rest assured that didn't just go to, you know, a Twitter account that's dedicated to Super Bowl commercials. It went out to a lot. So, I mean, that's one of the ways. By being topical and by being relevant, you can create engagement, and then you can also really boost those daily views.
And a good place just to and I think I've shown the training before, a good place to actually find stuff to post if you want to put stuff across like 25 accounts. In the top right-hand corner of your Facebook, you always have kind of like the top 3 trending things, very often video content. So whatever that is, that looks depressing, whatever that is. And you can even see more, but basically what you'll see is like this stuff here is the stuff that is going to generate high levels of traffic, and you could put those across any, you know, any Twitter account at all, and they would generate traction. So hopefully that's a little bit of a helpful tip there.
Great question, Wayne, by the way. Cool. So I'll come down the bottom. Does anyone have anything else? A lot of compliments coming in today, which I'm enjoying.
Did they say they like my hair?
No one said anything about your hair yet, Ross. No comments about hair.
Yeah, trending hashtags is another good one to do. You can do that on Twitter really easily. Yeah. I spend so much more time on Facebook. What's weird is it's almost like Stage is the go-between between me and Twitter. I barely spend that much time on Twitter because I do it all through Stage. Yeah. You can tweet from there, you can follow from there, you can post from there.
I rarely go on Stage as Twitter as an actual platform because, like you said, you can tweet directly from, you know, the Stage back office, and you can also manually post outside of Twitter. So yeah, it's beautiful.
That's cool.
I think we've had a lot of comments, but not many questions coming in. So if you feel like asking another quick question, please feel free to do so.
One final question, then we're going to record another webinar.
If you guys aren't a member of the, I assume you all are, but if you're not a member of the Stage user group on Facebook, you know, make sure, exactly, yeah, great idea, Wayne. I actually did an iWatch one as well, so.
Yes, Jeff says that he watches it on his iPad and then follows along with his computer. That's a really good idea as well. When Apple made the watches, yeah, true. It was a 10 grand watch. I think it's gold.
When the iWatch was first announced and they did the keynote speech for it, I like manually tweeted out, like just actually through the back office, like a tweet on one of my tech accounts that just said, iWatch looks a bit weird, not keen, hashtag overrated, and like it got something like more retweets than what my actual like account followers were. So obviously, like if you post relevant content, it's going to show up on all sorts of timelines.
Yeah, that's great stuff. I mean, we're only scratching the surface. I said it yesterday to Matt. It's like, you know, when we get people making money, converting, selling the reach that they have, I mean, this platform is going to be global, no doubt about it. So you guys are the pioneers right now being involved at this stage.
No pun intended.
No pun intended there, Matt. So guys, it's 3:22 here in Vegas. I think we'll wrap it up. I appreciate your time. Bryn, you're a legend. Thank you so much.
You're a legend, Ross.
Hayden and Matt,
my students,
I bow down to your mentorship.
Wisdom.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Sunday, I'm guessing.
You've got great hair, Ross.
Thanks, bro. Bye, guys.